Welcome back to episode, 7? Yeah, episode 7, I think. Oh, we just got tricked by Sam, and I feel bad about it. I thought he was going to explain. I thought there was going to be, uh, let's push for another ride. Trying to wash this taste out of our mouths. Our collective mouth. Alright. Oh, that guy's gonna, yell at me, huh? Well, he's, right here. Right? Fuck it. Let's let him yell at me. He waved to me before he got in the car and looked excited to see me. I winked back to see if I can get a laugh. Seemed to work. Okay, at least he's in a good mood. Hey, Elena! Wow, what are the odds we'd see each other again? Of all the neocabs in Los Ojos, he gets into mine. 8. Didn't you learn enough from odds from Una? I feel like I never learn. I feel like I could never learn enough from her. How have you been, Lena? Pretty great. That's a lie. That's great. What have you been up to? Working mostly. Met some pretty cool people. The clientele is really different from Cactus Flats. In a good way, mostly. Right after we met, I met an amateur surgeon. Sounds dicey. Los Ojos is a lot of things, but it's never boring, apparently. So what about you? Wait, you've got one of those things on your arm. No way. The Feel Grid TM. Wow. Yeah, actually Savvy gave it to me. Huh. Interesting. How do you feel about it? I feel good. It's pretty cool. Really? You dig it? I find it so bizarre. Just as a concept, putting your emotions on display, doesn't it make you uncomfortable? Keeps me grounded. It's nice to look at something that says, this is what I'm feeling. It reminds me that's what I'm going through. I'm sorry. It reminds me that what I'm going through is real, but also that it can change. Yeah, yeah. I need to stop. Stop what? Being all thinky, dissecting stuff. I like thinky. It's the worst. I've been trying to stay out of the heavier side of LO, but not to bring down the room or the car, I guess. But can I ask you something? Of course. Do you know anything about Sophie Lemieux? The late Sophie Lemieux? I know a few things, yeah. She was a ballerina. She was hit by a car. That Capra's trying to pass a law with her name on it. Well, after I left you the other night, I wanted to take some pictures and stumbled onto this massive crowd of people. It was a vigil for Sophie. Big deal. Lots of mourners. Some people had signs about cars, about Capra, or whatever. There was a portrait of her, full ballet pose, surrounded by flowers, people crying, chanting about change. That sounds beautiful. Totally. In a sad way. But what was really especially striking aesthetic-wise was the whole scene was bathed in this blue glow, and it was coming off of people's wrists. Feel grids. Are they really that popular here? Savvy's got one. She's an open book emotionally, and a mystery in every other way. Well, at the vigil, feel goods are everywhere. I got some interesting shots, but it was so strange taking a photo with only one impossible interpretation. Oh, that's interesting. It's just, here are some sad people. You know they're sad because they're blue. It's weird, you know? Yeah. I don't know, but it's nice people actually see it. I was feeling too much. I couldn't tap into a bigger picture view of this one. But it's not that simple. There are different kinds of sad. We can't read the feeling exactly. Yeah, maybe you're right. Either way, it was really striking. Mostly blues, some reds here and there, greens and yellows. What do those mean? Calm, relaxed, positive, chill, happy. But see, that's the problem, right? If I showed up at a funeral and my feel grid says I'm stoked, you're enjoying happy memories. Probably, sure. But there's so much room for error, misinterpretation. I keep picturing the Mona Lisa. 500 years of that unreadable smile, until you slap a feel grid on it. I'm a bit scrambled up about the whole thing. So you're not in the market for one then? At least the look is interesting. I almost got a free one. Who's handing out free feel goods? Good question. So I'm at the vigil, yeah? Everything's blue, it's dreamlike, mournful. But then I look across the street and there's this whole gang, right? Not a feel good in the pack. It's a dark zone. I go over there to check them out, and they say they're this group called Radix. Word hit me like a gut punch. Maybe I could get some intel if I played this right. Oh yeah? Who's Radix? They're anti-car activists. Cool people mostly. Except one of them who got pretty heated when I said they must like Sophie's Law. Rookie mistake. They hate cars, but they hate Capra even more. Even more than you, maybe. Hey, you're the one that brought him out this time. No bag of cheer. It's all good. So, what were they doing at the vigil? Well, they were actually trying to recruit. At Sophie Lemieux's vigil? Interesting. Yeah, they were saying the law is a cheap half measure, gives Capra more power, doesn't save any lives. Anyway, I showed them the photos I took of the blue glow, and they said none of those people had feel grids when they showed up. Apparently, 2 hours earlier, some Capra reps showed up and started handing them out, free of charge. More striking than just candles? Definitely. Radix said the rep showed up. I passed one out to everyone who showed up. Huh. Yeah. I guess my question is, why? Because it puts on a show. Free advertising. And then I take pictures of it and share it with the world. Makes me feel a little... duped. Exactly. Yeah, that tends to be Capra's thing. I know, I'm more than familiar. There's something I maybe should have told you the other day when it got weird. When you got weird? Yeah, I got quiet and sort of standoffish. That wasn't fair. Oh no, that was on me. Well, at least let me make one little excuse. I worked for a big Capra adjacent company when I was still in the UK. I got a job really young, working on an immersive tech and AI. Loved it. Let me be creative, and I felt like I was changing things. So we got big. We got big because we were good. But then you lose yourself, don't you? How do you mean? More and more I was balancing creativity, my actual work, with corporate ethics. And you're sure this wasn't in Los Ojos? Kind of a global story, I guess. We just kept working with the worst people, saying yes to more funding regardless of where it came from. To make myself feel better, I joined all these initiatives. For change, for diversity, helping the right kinds of communities and people. I took so much on, and so did lots of us, but it was just... impossible. What's the phrase? Money talks? Definitely talk louder than we did. So you left the job? I did. For at least this year. They were pretty clear they'd like me back at the end. Will you go? I don't know. I guess maybe this trip is a test. See if I can just turn my brain off. Be a tourist, not an activist. Just watch all the Capra stuff happen and let it float by. Just let everything float by. No agonizing over morals, no fighting, just observing. Where do you feel you're at? Doing my best to remain impartial and everything. Turns out to be a lot of work. I mean, just look at me. I'm lost right now. I took a really good picture of an important LO moment, of people experiencing something profound. It might be one of my best, but I can't decide. I used to do nothing but decide, and now I can't even say if a photo I took is real. I knew the feeling. Was anything real in Los Ojos? It might be slightly staged. The mourners are real, but the moment might be amplified. Blue field grids are just a form of Emotional shorthand. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Hey, listen, obviously don't take your eyes off the road, but do you think I could send you the picture? You can tell me what you think? I want to share it. I think it's important, but I'd sort of love your thoughts. Be my moral compass. Yeah, send away. Thanks. And sorry if I'm a bit of a downer. People come to LO for the lights and sights, you know? And I end up getting right back into the muck. Things are gonna be okay. I think LO's just going through a bit of a phase. Right? Aren't we all? Here we are, experiencing the city this way. It's gotta mean something, right? I pulled into Liam's hotel again. It was hard not to feel the hang of jealousy. Having a decent place to sleep felt like it was part of another timeline for me. And here we are. Cool. Thanks for listening to me rant, Lena. And for looking at the photo for me. Anytime, friend. See you in texts. He was already scrolling through his camera as he walked in. Did the fate of a de facto Capra ad campaign lay in my hands, mixed with the fate of a photo that could sway Sophie's law vote? Liam, buddy, I can't tell if you came to the exact right person or the exact wrong one. Alright, let's check it out. 2 on 2 for positive interactions with Lena. Thanks, Liam. 666. Great. Thanks, Liam. Rating decreased. Oh, because of Sam. Yeah. Fuck him. Launch Crasher. Alright. Wow, we are nowhere near a good... What is... Let's, I don't know. I just wanted to feel good. So, like, my thing, right, is, actually, let's do this. There we go. Should have been Capra. Oh, sorry. Okay, so my thing, I had something to talk about, but I kind of don't remember what it was. Oh, well, first off, I don't think that I don't really like Liam that much. The concept of like literally trying to turn your brain off, trying to be impartial, it's really fucking me up, you know? But yeah, yeah. I understand, but also like, nah, dude. I realized I didn't need to fly. Just pushing my feet into the ground felt incredible. But then I realized I wasn't my body. I didn't know whose it was. Someone thicker and taller and hairier and thinner. I didn't know what shape I was anymore. I was looking at this body from the outside, and then I was looking at a lot of them. Weight of those bodies. My last breath is someone's heel jammed in my mouth like a cork. Definitely not the word I thought I was going to read. Nobody saw me die. Jesus. I woke up covered in sweat and grabbed the Danish on my way out. It was over an hour before I could force myself to eat it. It was actually pretty delicious. I grabbed a Danish on the way out. Back to work. Alright. Oh, what do we got on time? We got a couple rides on us. Check my phone for the message from Savvy. Nothing. I thought Liam was gonna send me a photo. What happened to that? Driver rating. Start shift. There we go. You know you there? I'm scared. Please let me know as soon as you get this. I'm here. What do you need? Oh my god, thank you, thank you. I need your help. I'm running out of time. Just one more thing and then this will all be over. I stole something. Something big, but it's locked. Encrypted. How can I help? Can we meet up? I gotta stay in hiding until we crack these files open. Can you just do one thing for me? Anything to help. Can you deliver the files to someone who can help, please? I have the perfect person. I don't know who she's talking about. I met this like quantum hacker. Oh, yeah, yeah. Apparently she can crack anything. Apparently. Perfect. Don't say any more. Here. Can you get them now? Text her ASAP. You're amazing. Tell her we have 4 terabytes of data, ridiculously strong encryption, no passphrase. Ridiculously. Tell her it's life or death that we need with these files. When can you get me the files? Oh, lowercase w, huh? One sec, I'll tell you. Text me if your friend is for real, then we can finally meet up. I'll send you a pin. You got this? I got this. Amazing, great. So step 1, getting the files is super easy, because you already have them. They're in her phone. Oh, fucker. Oh, God, Savvy. Okay, rant time. So, I should make a segment. I should have like a camera set up with like a sting and like, dun-dun-dun-dun. Rant time. Anyway, rant time. Fuck, man. I had a friend once. Best friend. He used to like really be this way. Be like someone who was really big into drama. Someone who like really just like grabbed the drama by the horns every time. And it was like I was young, so at a certain point it's like you have the feeling of like, hey, maybe I don't know, maybe this is like someone who was unlucky, you know. Like certainly unhappy things happened to him. But after a while, you know, being someone's best friend and coming to their aid over and over and over again, like here's the thing, right? I'm the kind of person who will come to your aid over and over and over again. If you needed to call me at 3 in the morning every night because you are having the worst time, I'll be here for you. The problem is when it happens like this, when you are taken for granted, not just to this place of like, not just to this place of being called upon frequently, but like, not just like, oh, I know that you will help, but like, I know that you'll help, so I'm not even asking. I'm giving you the files. I'm giving you this. I'm telling you need to go here. I'm not telling you why. I'm not giving you information. I'm holding information back. And clearly it's like this manipulative cycle that like the person just simply does not understand, would not get through their heads. So yeah, you get used enough, and it's like at a certain point you just have to be like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And that's sadly what Savvy is like reminding me of. And this like in the, what is this, episode 7? In the like, I guess 3.5 hours we've played of this. I'm just like, Savvy, dude, you were like and so that's how I'm playing Lena, right? I'm playing Lena as someone who doesn't know that this is her last time with Savvy. And, you know, someone who's like going above and beyond, like, yes, I will help you, I will help you, I will help you. But this is, I think, a good breaking point. A good, like, no, fuck this, I'm not helping you, fuck you. So I'm gonna play it like that. You hid your stolen shit with me? I thought this was a present. It was. It also happened to be the only device I had when I got my opening. Brand new, so untraceable. Look, El Bunny. I had to think fast. Please don't be mad. I'll explain everything. Just get here soon. Good luck. Fucker. Truly, I am furious. Go see Una. Yeah, like, fuck you, dude. Hello, Lena, old friend. Loyal driver. Hello, Una, darling. How's reality? Slightly better. I've been setting people up on blind dates. Have they worked out? I've received 2 ports of thrown drinks and 1 near fistfight. So, yes. Thank you for agreeing to meet on such short notice. Sorry if I sounded a bit frantic. Certainly entropic. I'm curious, to say the least. In truth, I hoped I might see you again. You seem to make my timeline more interesting rather than less. Thanks. But you need a passphrase. Yes. Badly. My friend says it's life or death. Somehow it always is. Okay, so have you ever seen one of these bracelets before? Oh dear, yes. Very on trend, Lena. Feels good, is it? Feel good. That's right. Hot new social startup recently acquired by Copper for an obscene sum. Full access to blood data, terrible privacy policy, I wouldn't get within 10 nanometers of it. I wasn't informed about any of that. It was a gift. I didn't know Capra owned them. It just sounded fun to make something new about myself. Maybe share it, right? I'm not trying to scold you. Just take this as a reminder that all new technology is a meeting at a crossroads, a bargain. Ends, you're sure to get something out of it, some new insight, some power, but, well, you know the story. What deal did we make this time? It's not my deal. I don't even know the details yet, and yet that might be for the best. I felt my heart skip a beat, a flash of instinct that whatever Savvy was doing could get me in a world of trouble. Maybe Una knew I'd been wearing stolen tech the entire time. Maybe she had sensed it. I just knew that there are encrypted files stashed away in the bracelet. Can you take a look? I already am. This Field Grid's wireless protections protocol is amateurish at best, a total pushover. Now this file doesn't belong. Charlie under escort Elliot.dat. Charlie, that makes a ton of sense. Una shared her holospace, murmuring to herself. Yes, this file is something else. Military-grade quantum encryption, enforced by the underlying medium. To attempt to read this without the passphrase would be to destroy its contents. You know, it's just light inside your red bangle. Tangle of photons, twisted up tighter than you can imagine. A tiny hall of mirrors. Can you open it? Easily. So you can just break into it. Oh dear, no. Impossible. Thankfully, I won't have to decrypt it. Huh? Don't worry. What I mean is, I'm going to open this the easy way, using its passphrase. We don't know the passphrase. Let me ask you something. If you had an infinite amount of time, how would you obtain the passphrase? Just keep guessing? Exactly right. My dear, you have the knack for quantum statistics. But we don't have an infinite amount of time, do we? The amount of time we have is extremely non-infinite. To speed things along, I'll try every passphrase at once. Using... chutzpah? Math? No, it's much more muscular than that. I still don't understand. There's a way of making the worlds, I should say, go a bit fuzzy. It takes quite a lot of practice, but Una's eyes went glassy. Ah, there they are. If she was doing some sort of deep quantum computation, it didn't look like much. In fact, it just looked like a bored pack staring out the window. Quiet, I'm working. I didn't say anything. You did another timeline, very close to this one. Shh. I'd never been scolded for something in an alternate timeline, an alternate version of me had done. It felt unfair, but also sort of awesome. Maybe it was my imagination, but chills seemed to settle in the car. Una was deep inside herself. Or outside herself, ranging through other worlds, farther and farther from this one, trying different passphrases in each one. Any luck out there? Una emerged from her trance. Well, lucky us. That only took few quadrillion attempts. What just happened? I told you. I saw nearly all the possible timelines branching out from this moment. Have you seen... the Avengers. Doctor Strange is in fact very accustomed to the... It's very simple. Punishingly difficult, but simple. Did you get the passphrase? Oh yes, I got it. That's amazing. Ah, but I failed so many times. 5 quadrillion attempts and change. Takes a lot out of you. You really saw all those other timelines? Yes, not with perfect clarity, but yes. What happened to Capra? Aren't you greedy? I go wrestling for a needle in the haystack of reality, and you want to know if I found any diamonds while I was at it. I'm just curious. I know. I'm curious too. About everything. That's why I got into this line of work. This passphrase is, well, it's a bit melodramatic. They usually are. It's Pilgrims Crossed Airless Saharas. Pilgrims Crossed Airless Saharas, all lowercase with spaces. Better write that down in your journal, my dear. Just like that. I had it. What exactly are you going to do with this passphrase? I haven't decided yet. Ah. Well, if you'll permit me, I have the sense this passphrase might be powerful. I hope you'll use it to shake things up. You're really into chaos, aren't you? Not chaos, exactly. I just like to see the deck get reshuffled. Yeah. Passphrase might reshuffle some things. Well, you know how this works. You're in my debt now. I know I am. Good. Who knows? Maybe I'll need a getaway driver. It would be an honor. You don't even care what I'm getting away from. That's a debt. Oh, I do like you. If that's all, then. We're right up here, my dear. I wouldn't mind learning about more about how you do what you do. How you see the things you see. Luna regarded me silently for a moment. Be careful what you ask for. And then, when all this is settled, come see me. Luna scooched a bit, as if she was going to leave, but then instead she spoke. My dear, there is something I need to tell you. I sat here scouring all those timelines, and everything changed, all around us. In one, a meteor crashed into Los Ojos. In another, a giant mutant worm rose from below. Oh, that's, Agonon was real? Those weren't even the most unusual events, but through it all, there was a second phrase that seemed almost to match. The phrase wouldn't decrypt the drive you gave me, but it felt somehow entangled with its fate. Does the phrase, trust fund maggots, mean anything to you? But you don't. I can't say more than that. I've seen what happens if I do. But perhaps I can say, your emotions are not your own. What does that even mean? No, that's all I can say. Goodbye, Alina. She didn't zig and zag randomly like before, but walked briskly in a straight line, getting away fast. I had the passphrase. It was time to see Savvy. My favorite of all adjacent Lenas. Aw, that's sweet. Okay, I have the feeling this is going to be the end of us. So, I'm going to call it here, and the next... Sorry about that. I'm going to call it here, and the next episode will be our final episode, I'm pretty sure. So, tune in next time for the thrilling conclusion of Neocab for Cutie. Bye!